This is a channel not just about firearms, but it's also about family, my faith, and of course adventures. Today's video though is a continuation of my obsession with modifying my firearms. Just fun to tinker around. I enjoy doing that with my two daughters, my beautiful 6 and 4-year-old daughters, and just having as much fun as I can and introducing them to the world of firearms. And I've chosen my California compliant Saiga AK rifle. And by California compliant, I mean it has a Monte Carlo stock on it. One, they've moved the trigger group back, put a Monte Carlo stock on it, so you no longer have the standard AK pistol grip setup. Now that poses a few functionality problems. It also poses an aesthetics problem. It doesn't look like an AK, but that I really don't care about. All I care about is function. Even if you're keeping proper form, all of that weight is from here forward. So I'm going to move the trigger group up 2 inches, put a California compliant pistol grip on it, which is one of those silly ones where you can't stick your thumb through it, you know, and a shorter stock on it. I'm really excited to do this. I've seen it on YouTube. Should be a cinch, and I'm also excited to bring you along for the ride. And of course, I'll introduce probably some of my faith, some stories about the adventures I've gone on, and we'll have a lot of fun. So stay tuned. All right, welcome back, everybody. So it's time to disassemble the Saiga. I am going to be moving this trigger group up about 1.5 inches, 2 inches, and like I talked about before, it's all about function over form. Not really concerned about having a true AK looking style rifle. I just want to be able to move that trigger group up so that my hand on a pistol grip is here and more of that weight is closer to my center, making it a lot easier to stabilize this rifle. But we've got to disassemble it, so let's go ahead and get to it. First things first, I got the UTG mount and a little primary arms red dot on top of it, which I love this thing. And the UTG mount, it doesn't weigh much, adds a little bit of weight to the rifle, but simple operation. Just got a lever that locks it in rock solid and attaches to the side mount that comes with every Saiga AK rifle. So there's that. Next step, of course, no magazine, no rounds in the chamber. Alright, we're good to go. Little button back here, push it firmly, pop off the dust cover. Sometimes it's a pain in the butt. That's gone. Pull back and pull up, pull out the bolt spring. And then of course, pull back the bolt, take out the gas system follower. I can't remember the names of all these things, but bear with me. Alright, now we've got pretty much a field stripped AK. We're going to go ahead and also remove the gas tube. I'll need a screwdriver for this because this little lever here is extremely tight, difficult to raise up. Oh my goodness, that thing is tough. You want to just go straight up with it, pull up on it there. Alright, now that's gone as well. Alright, totally field stripped right there. Now just for fun, I'm going to take off the handguard because I may be getting one of those slanted forward grips, not the straight up and down one, of course, because I don't think those are California compliant any longer. So I think it's just one screw here. Might have to take off the sling as well. There's that guy there. Sling nut. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how to take that off, to be honest with you. I thought it was just that one screw. Ah, there we go. And that slides off just like so. Piece of cake. Alright. Now I'm going to take off the buttstock. All you have is a couple of screws there. I might need a smaller screwdriver here for this guy. Alright, I'm back. Got a smaller screwdriver. This nut is a pain in the butt. This thing was off camera. I actually loosened it up just so that you didn't see me shaking and trembling and look like a weak little pansy. But I've got it. It's coming out. Almost there. Wow. Look at the threads on that thing. That's crazy. Crazy threads. Never seen a screw with such thick threads like that. Pretty wild. Russians build some pretty tough stuff. Alright, now the one on the top. Let's see. Same thing. My goodness gracious. That is just locked on there. They must use like red, haha, Russian Loctite. Alright, finally got the right bit. Got my trusty Husky. And it's coming out. Thank God. Those are some serious threads. My goodness. Can you guys see those threads? I mean, those are like, I don't know, 1/8 threads. It's pretty wild. Cool. Anyhow, alright, that's gone. Put those two together so I don't lose them. And let's see, is this gonna come off now? Should come off. Don't know how it comes off. Might have to pry it off. Thoughts, anybody? Do I have to take that guy off too? Not exactly sure. Well, let's do it. Why not? We'll take every screw off this whole damn thing till we finally get it right. As long as I remember where all the screws go, I think I'll be okay. Aha! Alright, so there's 3 screws to get that guy off. Alright, now that we've got everything stripped down, it's time to start removing the trigger assembly and all the internals before we start drilling out some of these rivets to get the base plate off and get it stripped completely clean. I hope you can see pretty clearly the internals of the AK. Simple functionality, it really is. The first thing that we need to do is we need to get these springs out of the way. So I'm going to go ahead and use a little hook. I'm going to tie these back behind the hammer if I can. And these are a little bit dangerous because they're under a lot of tension. And they're also sharp on the ends, my goodness. So if they decide to go on you, then they can do some damage. So I'll get those tied back behind here. And just to play it safe, I have a zip tie here. I'm going to zip tie them, just so I don't have to worry about them. Hopefully this works. Alrighty. I wish I had a third hand. If you hear noise in the background, it's my daughter turning on the TV even though I told her not to. Hey Tennyson, why don't you turn that off?
It's not me, Daddy.
Okay, Ellie, turn it off, please. It's part of the fun. They shouldn't be watching TV at this time of the day anyway. They should be outside playing. Alright. So, those guys should be tied off decent enough. I hope. We'll see. I don't know. It looks like they're probably just both going to fling out at me. Alright. So now, the pin that's holding this firing control mechanism is this pin here. And so we need to get that guy out of there. However, there is a spring down on the inside here that is compressing it. We need to get that out of the way so we can knock that pin out. So again, I'm going to use this guy down here to lift up on that little spring down in there, and at the same time find my punch. See if I can just do this by hand. Yeah, see, that was simple enough. Simple enough. Alright. Able to just knock that through. Okay. I should be able to pull it out of the other side. There we go. And this whole system. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Still have all my fingers though. That's fine.
No, like, sit right here.
Alright. Recompress that. Take it out. Put that aside. Well, maybe a zip tie isn't the best way to do that. Anyhow, now that that guy's out, we also want to get this pin out. However, that same spring that we compressed here is wrapped down and around that pin as well. So we're going to actually we're gonna have to interesting. How do we get that thing out? I might have to think about this for a minute.
Two choices. Pick the one that is next to the one where you are on.
Just push it aside. Alright, use my punch again. Punch that on through. Spring goes flying. Everything just kind of drops out. Alright, whatever that was that just went flying, I gotta find it.
You like only intensive it. This one, you are like intensive it.
Here we go.
So which one? No. No. Wow.
That was awesome. Totally YouTube worthy. What do you think? Anyhow, my battery's about to die, so I'm gonna attempt to remove some more components before the battery dies. You can remove this, just turn it straight up, pull it out. There you go. There's your safety. And you've got some more mechanisms back here that will need to be removed as well. But in order to do that, we're gonna have to drill out these rivets, which we'll do at another time. Alright, we'll be back with you.